headed down to Pro's gym for some chest. I know my buddy Teague is going to be down there at the same time, so he's got his own push day. So we're not going to do the exact same lift, but let's just say we'll probably we'll be working in. We'll be working in. But I think I'm going to go back and get some more fitted clothes. I'm talking tailored. I'm talking, well, I guess tailor-made is kind of all there is to it. Because I just went to a wedding, got a tux. And this, I went back to the same tailor that I went to a couple of months ago. But this time I was a little more specific. I was like, okay, let's go baggier pants, tighter waist, just kind of a more natural look. So I think it really put it together. So I would not mind, maybe not a tux all the time, but just, I mean, even have a nice dress pants and regular dress shoes. I mean, it's not exactly my standard style, but like going out for dinner, fucking perfect. So yeah, whose wedding? Yeah, that's the really crazy part. Oh, check that shit out. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect that. That's been in the works for quite a while. That's I guess for some of you that sounds like a total 180. But no, that's sweet. It's like how do you think I was taking care of 5 cats and 2 dogs? Right? It's a little bit more of a freaking group effort. But yeah, that was fun. I just got all the photos back from that. Haven't looked at them yet, but we'll check them out. That's gonna be fun. We got everybody there got a little disposable camera, like, you know, the green ones. So we haven't sent all those in to get developed yet, but that's gonna be freaking sweet. So yeah, this is well, it's been a bit, but this is the first publicly married chest day. So what do you think? Am I going to be more or less pumped? Do you think I'll be more or less strong, right? Do you think this adds an extra 50 pounds on my bench? Hard to say. Hard to say exactly. But either way, no, that's going to be fun. But oh, jeez. Even just getting now it feels weird to just talk about the regular workout like normal. Pro's gym is sweet. That's down in Columbus. It's right off of, it's not High Street, but if you've ever come to Columbus for the Arnold, then you would know that Pro's gym gets like fucking jam-packed every time. So it's nice to go outside of Arnold season. Not as busy. And honestly, you know, 9:40 on a Friday, I think it might be dead, you know? But I don't want it too dead, right? Because you can kind of feed off the energy around you in the gym. I mean, sometimes even with my private gym, you know, I'll bust out the freaking JBL Party Box Ultimate just to get that thing bouncing. At least when my neighbor units are empty, because that's like a commercial building that that my gym's in. But sometimes it's not the same. You know, you need other people around you. So I think that might be something I want to set up later this summer. Maybe do a little bit of a congregation of freaks in Ohio. I mean, they can't get like 100 people in the Sam gym, but we can get 30. We can get 30 dogs in there. Really start going fucking nuts. Maybe try to get an environment not dissimilar to shit. I forget what it was called. It was like, this was Larry Wheels way back. It's like Strength Wars or something like that. You know, we'll freaking see. But either way, how about we just get in there? It's 15 minutes away, so I think I better slam my pre now. But yeah, let's get this chest day started. When I did the feeler rep, I think that guy thought I was gonna like kill myself. Like I could see him like he's no spotter, no nothing. All right, I gotta take a second, get hype. All right.
You want to lift that?
No lift. This is kind of funky though. I wish the seat was a little like sharper. I feel like I'm gonna put my feet behind this so I don't slide out. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Oh my God. All right, I'm only doing one of those. That's fucking
Better setup, I feel like.
all right, it would seem that the fucking Mega Mass guys knew what they were doing. This chest press is cool. So 3 plates. Looks like 3 plates is the theme so far. Well, let me pick a better song and go fucking crazy. All right. Two. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Whew. Let's run that back. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, this thing's cool. Light-ish, pumping, hand over hand, converging press. I'd say this is my shit. Hell yeah. All right. Ooh. One more. Okay. Okay. Let's hit a fly. Two more. Oh, that's fucking heavy. Oh. All right, this press is so nice, got to do it twice. This time only with 2 plates. All right. Two. All right, let's do a cable finisher and a post down. All right, yeah, there we go. This might be the coolest lighting I can fucking get my hands on. So let's see how we're looking. That was kind of a higher volume chest day than I normally do. That was like, I can't remember. I can't even remember how many sets of everything I did. So let's see how we're looking. I might back up just a teensy little bit. Oh my gosh. So that's what I want to see. This little line. Well, fuck, now I can't see it. Yeah, there we go. This little line kind of separating where medial pec and upper pec get separated. That's what I'm working on. But I get some cardio, so I'll see you in the fucking car. One more. It's our nasty vacuum. Oh, okay. Now let's get out of here. Yeah, there we go. Good lift and some good chatting. Me and Teague were both hitting cardio at the same time. He was doing the Stairmaster and I was doing the treadmill. Hit a little 7% incline, 3 miles an hour. Normally I've been doing 3.5 miles an hour, 7 on incline. Or no, 3.5 miles an hour, 5 on incline. But this time I kept my pace a little slower, but made the incline a little bit steeper. So I was trying to keep my hands off of the handle. Like I wasn't like leaning back, holding on. That kind of defeats the purpose of the incline. And you don't necessarily feel it, but your heart rate will go down when you do that. So if you rest your hands on the heart rate reader, after a couple minutes, once you reach equilibrium, it should stabilize at a slightly higher value than if you're really pulling. Like if I hold on to the handles tight and I'm using the handles to keep myself in the same position, I could tell my heart rate was down to like 130. But if I was kind of just keeping my hands off, I was kind of just holding them in front of me or just like resting my fingers just to keep myself from moving forward or backward, that would put me up at like 140. So I just stayed right there. and it ended up, that was a solid cardio session. It's good. I haven't done the treadmill for a little while. I think, yeah, it's definitely good to change that kind of stuff up. It's not like there's anything magic about any individual piece of cardio equipment. I know that some may disagree. I've definitely heard some very passionate recommendations for the not the treadmill, for the Stairmaster. Am I a punk for having never tried the Stairmaster? Or I think I might be. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. I think I might go back. So if you're around Pro's Gym, I might be in there. And I think I want to go a little bit more frequently. Pro's Gym is cool. It's cool having a gym right in the city like that. So that's in Columbus. So if you're a traveling for work type of guy, and so and so Incorporated sends you to Columbus, Pro's Gym I would recommend if you're looking for somewhere. They're 24-hour, but I don't know about their staffed hours. Right? You gotta look that up. That's one thing as a critique, and not necessarily a critique, but kind of maybe just like a tip to any gyms out there. I've been to a few where completely staffless. There was one over in Montana. I'm talking right next to Yellowstone National Park. It's a tiny gym. I mean, this is hole in a wall, does not even cover it. That was on a road trip a while ago that we drove down. That was a big ass road trip too. But the gym, I didn't think there'd be a gym. I was kind of nervous. I thought I was going to have to go body weight for that week. But this gym ended up being sweet, and it was like one rack, an incline, some cables, machines, dumbbells, really everything you need. And the way that it was set up was it had a electronic lock outside of the gym door itself, and you would pay for your week pass or your day pass or whatever, and it would give you a little QR code or some kind of something. You would scan that, it would unlock the door, right? And then you could get in. I can't tell you how many times I've drove down on different random whatever trips, and I was like, oh shit, let's go to Gold's Gym. There's a Gold's, hell yeah. Or let's go to like a Powerhouse, or this, that, or the other. And like, this is on the weekend, and then the gym staffed hours are 10 to 4 or whatever. And sometimes these gyms are 24-hour, but it's that key card. But the only way to get the key card or to get that scan is to be there during a staffed hour, right? So if we can make that more of a norm, I wouldn't mind it. Now, I can understand why a gym owner wouldn't want to do that, because now you're just leaving your gym open to whoever the hell wants to come in there, right? So maybe make it where you need to confirm, like, some websites you have to enter your ID, and it can like validate that or something, so that the person who owns the gym would have your info. And if you've got a security system, that's a pretty easy fix. It's like, oh shit, where the hell did the 50-pound dumbbells go? Oh, all right. Ted from Alaska just swiped them at 9 o'clock at night. Well, I have all his information. He's getting a call from wherever to fucking deal with it. So I understand that would kind of suck and just be a deal. But I don't know, that could be cool. I keep thinking about eventually moving all the stuff that I've got in my gym, not like this month or whatever, but in the future, into like a little space or like a rental space in my city that I'm from, and just opening up a little gym like that. I think that'd be really cool, because I'm not going to need that equipment forever, at least not just for me. So I think that'd be a pretty sweet continuation, right? And if that happens, I can guarantee I'm going to have that same setup where you could just enter your info, get your day pass thing, scan it, and then you're golden, right? But maybe I'm looking at it with rose-colored glasses just because I think it would be fun as an idea. Obviously, actually doing it, slightly different fucking story. But yeah, that was a badass lift. Cardio complete. It's sunny, but it's a little cloudy. So I think I'm still going to try to get some UV, get a teensy bit tanner. But I don't know. I'm feeling good. Just as a baseline state of being right now, I'm sleeping pretty good. I'm waking up pretty good. I'm feeling pretty spry. As long as my hydration is solid. I'm still eating in a minor deficit, upper 2,000 calories or so. Yeah, man, this is nice. This is a good feeling. So eventually I am going to start gaining size again. I'm not just going to stay this mid 230 forever. Going forward into the colder months, I'm going to start reintroducing some more food, maybe even sooner than that. You know, I want to get to a lean state, and I want to lean bulk up. Now, I don't mean lean bulk like, oh, you know, I'm not going to get too soft. I mean like really gradual, right? Not only because I want to, I don't want to get soft, I want to gradually gain size, and because in my mind, I don't want to just be bigger. Like, bigger is not the end game for Sam Sulik. I want a more interesting build. And what I mean by that is just more like kind of graininess, texture. Like, you know, what's the difference between an 18-inch arm and a 21-inch arm? If the 18-inch arm is like fucking, you know, grainy and has different cuts and whatever else in it, and maybe the 20-inch arm is like a little more kind of just like puffy and inflated. You know? Now, I know that sounds weird for me to say because I'm always this mass kind of guy. And in the beginning, you know, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, I'd probably say something a little bit different. I might listen to myself now and think, what the heck is this guy talking about? We're going to be 300 pounds off season bulked, you know, this, that, or whatever. Right, but it's a situation where the further you get in something, the more perspective you get on the matter, and then you start to realize, all right, I might want to pivot a little, you know. So either way, for now, I'm going to stay a little bit leaner. I want to get back to that glute striation look, just about a month or two, just about a month out. I want to get back to a month out for a little while, kind of float around there. But what I'm changing is, instead of dropping my workouts intensity and increasing my cardio, right now I'm kind of doing the opposite. I'm trying to keep my workouts intensity up, like as high as I can. Like these last few months of prep were very chill. It was much more just like squeezing, get a pump, don't completely wreck my chest or my legs because I'm not going to have enough food to recover them. I'm trying to keep my training intensity here, my cardio here at 30 minutes per day. Let me make sure my microphone's on. And then my calories gradually reduced to accommodate enough to recover, right? I want to be able to hit chest, you know, in the next 4 days the same that I hit it today and still be strong, but be slightly leaner, right? So I'm kind of just trying to, I'm turning the fine-tune knob. Not the not the super big kind of variac type situation, right? I'm trying to kind of tune it in here. So that's not to say that if you're a 140 pounder starting to work out, that you shouldn't be trying to leverage food to gain size. But this is, I think, as much as I hyped up eating enough food to grow and bulking and, you know, giving yourself a real surplus so that you can actually break through plateaus and gain size and gain strength and make solid progress that you're going to keep when you diet down, I think I haven't expressed enough. Like, I know this might be crazy. I don't think I expressed enough the importance of doing your cardio in tandem with that approach. Like, if we go back into all my bulks, and I've bulked up pretty hard, and I've gotten pretty soft. I'm talking no veins, no striations, no nothing. Like, relatively doughish compared to now. Now that, you know, obviously still muscular, that's just a, you know, kind of, what's the word? Relative thing for me, not just like in general. But I've gotten soft, man. But do you know how soft I would have gotten with zero cardio whatsoever? Oh, that would have been fucking nuts. Now, I understand the allure. I have skipped cardio before, right? I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but we're all human here. I have had off seasons where, and that's literally it. That was enough to say, and then just do the workout, go home, eat my food, whatever. You know, I'm still still consistent. Like, it's not a lot, but even just for, you know, maybe a week, nah. That's actually that's an overestimation. A couple of days every so often, you know. But even that's enough to kind of, you know, change your situation. But yeah, if you're eating enough to gain size substantially, I guess I should have, when I said mandate a bulk, I should have said mandate a bulk with cardio. That was like, it gets taken as a recommendation. You know, it gets taken as a, I guess I should be doing it. I guess I should do my homework. Yip-de-doo, like as if it's a fucking joke. And obviously this isn't like a life or death thing, so it's not like that serious. But if you want gains seriously, dude, why wouldn't you do it? I just don't understand. So it's look, man, I mean, it's just a net positive across the freaking board, right? So I'm talking, for one, you're gonna stay leaner at a baseline. If you took anyone anywhere in the entire fucking planet Earth at scale, so you know, maybe for one guy this doesn't really change it, but at scale, for the most part, if you gave people 30 minutes of cardio a day and they got their heart rate up to, you know, whatever zone, not like zone 5 like they're about to die, but you know, like zone 3, or is low intensity steady state cardio zone 1? I don't know, I don't go by zones. When I put my hands on the heart rate meter, usually 140 for 30 minutes. So whatever that is relative to you, obviously a professional cyclist, he's going to be able to do really hard cardio, but his heart rate's only going to be like 90 because he's very efficient with his cardiovascular system. But if you gave people 30 minutes of sweating cardio, legit, across the board, body fat percentages will decrease, insulin sensitivities will improve, I think sleep will improve, your baseline hydration will probably improve because you're going to get thirsty from doing the cardio. It just all stems from there. Not to mention regular weight training, which everybody should be doing too. But let's boil that percentage or that population down to just people in the gym, right? No one has had detrimental effects from adding their cardio into their weightlifting routine, right? Purely only in that positive. And it doesn't change anything for me. I'm going to keep doing my cardio and I'm going to keep reaping the benefits. But, you know, it's something where it's like, once you've put your own oxygen mask on, then you help others, you know? So do whatever the hell you want. I'm not your dad, but if I were you, I'd be doing my cardio. I think that's probably my best way to put it. So, not to turn this into a whole-on cardio rant, but yeah, I'm passionate about that, right? Because you're going to get better results. You're going to stay leaner. Honestly, your workouts are going to improve because if you're doing legit cardio consistently, you're not going to get the benefit after a week, but after months, I think you're going to work out harder because you're going to be able to recover and reoxygenate your blood and, you know, whatever muscle you just really cooked quicker because you got a better cardio system. You're going to go harder. You're going to make better gains. Having made better gains is going to motivate you to get more because it's that positive feedback loop. And you know what? It all stemmed from you just playing Clash Royale on your phone for 30 minutes on the bike. And that was it. You know, and it doesn't even have to be that. Like me and Mark we're gonna go play some pickleball. Or well, we've been playing some pickleball every so often, but we're gonna get a little video of that. That'll be kind of funny. But I want to get a heart rate tracker because if my heart rate is up at, you know, X beats per minute on average for a consistent period of time, that's cardio. It doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're doing something to induce that heart rate increasing effect, right? Something physical. I don't know if it's the same effect if you're, I don't know, what's something that really gets your heart rate pumping or like makes you really anxious? I don't know. Well, whatever. As long as your heart rate is up, your cardiovascular system is being taxed, and thus it is being trained and will recover to a higher degree than where it was before, you know. And it gets so, cardio is getting underhyped, man. You know, this is a little bit of a pet peeve that I've been having, where all we ever talk about is training. We're very subjective with this training bias of like, okay, are you doing the right sets? Are you doing the right split? Are you doing the right style? Oh, you're not doing your reps right. You're not. And the guy who's saying these critiques, I'm not saying just in like a general sense. I'm probably not doing his cardio. You know, I never see anybody fucking talk about it. Everybody's more concerned with the Batman split. Whereas if somebody just did push-pull legs forever, but they were doing their cardio, I think it would fucking help, you know. But for me, at least right now, I'm extra motivated to do my cardio. I'll do extra. Sometimes I'll sit on the bike for an extra 15 minutes. If I'm not in a rush to get home, or, you know, I'm just kind of feeling good, something about whatever thing I'm watching on my phone is like getting me a little extra amped and excited, dude, I'll do an extra 15. I'll do an extra 30, you know, bust out an hour, right? You're only alive once. You may as well do a little bit of cardio. And this is a stat that I would love to hear. What percentage of people are actually on their cardio game? And I don't mean like runners or, you know, long distance kind of cardio style athletes. That's a little different because obviously they are. I'm talking about guys like us, right? Workout focused, muscle building, kind of prioritize. What percentage of people who are actually in the gym, they're showing up, let's say, let's give it a baseline, 4 times a week, consistent. 4 times a week average. I'd say someone who's doing that is pretty dedicated and very serious with a routine. Even the guy who goes 3 times a week. So, you know, 3, 4, they're consistently showing up. They're getting their money's worth from their gym membership. What percentage of those guys are spending time on the treadmill? That I am curious about. I am not so sure. But I would hope that number goes up. That's, I guess that's all I'm getting at. But plan for tomorrow is some back, but I don't know. I feel like I can kind of already feel my back a little bit now from the last back day. My last back day was very heavy. I was doing really heavy rows, really heavy pull downs. So I don't know if I'm still recovering from that today. I'll know in the morning. You know, I can't predict exactly how I'm going to recover tonight. So if my back feels fresh tomorrow when I wake up, well, then I am all good. I am golden, clear the runway. I'm going to take off with these wings. But if not, maybe I'll just do arms or, you know, something like that. Yeah, but either way, July is coming. I'm talking 4th of July. Probably gonna have some hot dogs. Little tip: you can get fat-free turkey dogs. I don't know if your grocery store has them. It's like 8 grams of carbs, 6 grams of protein per, or something weird like that. It's definitely weird. I probably wouldn't love to look up how this thing was made, but the macros, pretty decent, right? And the macros on a turkey-free or on a fat-free turkey dog versus a full-on fucking, you know, standard fat Frank. I mean, that's 14 grams of fat each. I'm trying to keep mine at 50 per day. 14 in one? What am I supposed to do? Have 2? I mean, that's nuts. So that'll be the plan for that Thanksgiving cookout. What am I saying? Thanksgiving. For that 4th of July cookout. So that's all I got, and I will see you tomorrow for a little something, whatever it ends up being.